So growing up, I did not have imaginary friends. I just hung out with real people in my imagination. Yeah. Yeah, I spent a ton of time fantasizing about being like friends and having relationships with famous people. I was so obsessed to the point that sometimes like celebrities would do things that actually hurt me. I remember this one time that I caught Hayden Christensen cheating on me. Yeah, he was making out with this girl on an island, and I was just like, Hayden Christensen, how can you do this to me? You know what a special bond that we share. And I had a little cry about it. And then the grocery store clerk was like, so are you going to buy that magazine or what? Yeah, not the best at picking up on problematic scenarios. Didn't realize it was weird until way later on in life. And my friend, she was talking about how during her teen years, she moved to a new state. And she said, she's like, oh my gosh, like I was so lonely the first few months that I lived there that I started imagining being friends with Chris Brown and Rihanna. Pre-domestic violence, Chris Brown and Rihanna, I would assume. Yeah. But yeah, she's like, I just started imagining being friends with them. And she was like, that was when I knew I needed to seek professional help. And I was like, oh, really? Is that what that means? How interesting for you. But yeah, it turns out it's a true mental disorder. It's called maladaptive daydreaming, which is definitely what my friend had. Yeah, but not what I had after not seeking any professional help. But I decided I didn't have it because I was like, I was always going to work in entertainment. That wasn't me daydreaming too much. That was just me preparing for my future. Yeah, definitely. I just like, there's just so many things that just like went over my head as like problematic. Another problematic thing that just I didn't pick up on is the fact that my mom is a hoarder. Yeah. Like during my kid years, it was just a race to see like who would grow faster, as like me or the piles of junk. Yeah. Piles of junk got it. Yeah. But I mean, there wasn't a lot of competition. I'm pretty short. But yeah, my mom's a hoarder, like the hoarders that you see on TV, especially with my childhood home. She went all in, and despite what you might think, the house does not always win. Yeah. She hoarded that place up, but it had to be gutted before it was all said and done. But luckily, I do have good news. Like, she finally, after many years, kicked the habit. Yeah, she's no longer a hoarder because she's dead. Yeah. Yeah. But it's a permanent solution to a permanent problem, guys. Don't feel too bad. Yeah, I definitely did. That was like, there was so much love between my mom and I, but there was also a lot of toxicity too. And I did not leave toxic relationships in my childhood. Like, no, I just drug that shit into my adulthood as well. Yeah, especially this one ex of mine, like he was a real asshole, you know, he was like a cheater and abusive, but also just helpful enough, you know, that I decided to keep him around for a few years. Yeah. But I learned, you know, out of that negativity, I learned how to stand up for myself. It's like, if you're going to be a dick, then I will meet you there. But yeah, like towards the end of our relationship, I think he could tell that I was just like really, really fed up with everything that he had been doing. So as a grand gesture of love to atone for his many sins, he decided that he was going to get my signature tattooed on his hand. Yeah, everyone in his life told him that this was a bad idea. And I was like, when he asked me, I was like, well, go for it, you know, for revenge. But also for that free marketing, because, you know, I have a career to think about. But yeah, when I broke up with him a few months later, as I assumed that I would, he referenced the tattoo as like a reason for us not to break up. And he was just like, you know, like, look at this. I care about you so much. I have your name tattooed on me. And I'm just like, calm down, dude. You're just the first of many. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night. I'm Angela Yonts.